your computer plugged in?
Yes, my computer is plugged in.
So, did you read what happened to me a few days, 2 days ago?
Oh, about the IRS guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
What happened?
So basically, I got a phone call. I will play this phone call for you. Interesting.
Serious.
The phone yesterday. Put the speakers on.
Have you actually contacted the IRS? Say, hey, somebody's claiming to be you?
They have a button. They have a button you press for impersonators. Here we go. Listen to this. Speakers. Play. Hold on, let me... Hold on. Playing again.
I need you, or you retained attorney of record to return the call. The issue at hand is extremely time sensitive and very urgent. My name is Officer Kevin Anderson from the Department of IRS, and hotline to my division is 202-864-1396. I repeat, it's 202-864-1396. Don't disregard this message and do return the call. If you don't return the call, and if I don't hear from your attorney either, then the only thing I can do is wish you good luck, as the situation badly unfolds on you. Once again, this is Officer Kevin Anderson from Internal Revenue Service. Goodbye and take care.
So, I reported them, and basically, oh, by the way, I'm starting. Hi, welcome to Cawfee Tawk. This is what happened to me this week. So basically, I called them, and my wife's like, "Give me the phone number." I was like, "No, just leave it be. Give me the phone number." It's like, if she's like, "Give me the phone number." She calls them, and she goes, "Hello? Oh my god, okay, don't send the cops to me. Oh my god, I'll give you my bank account, I'll give you my debit card, please." They hang up on her. So she calls again from a different number, on her cell phone number, and she goes, "Can I get Chetty Squishy? I need Chetty Squishy from you, please." They hung up again. So she calls from the house phone this time, or her cell phone, one of those two. And she calls him. She's like, "Yeah, why'd you call my husband?" And he's like, "Oh, well, you know, this is personal information." It's like, "Well, we're gonna send the cops to them in 30 minutes to your house." And then they hang up, and I was like, "Hun, do you know? They don't even know what they're talking about. I work for the police department. Sending them over to my house, I'll put a freaking barbecue on, and we'll grill some hamburgers and have a barbecue for them." I'm like, "Yeah, come on over. You want a burger?" I was like, "Send them over." So she kept calling them. She called them like 3 other times, you know, asking who they are, who do they think you are. And then after a point, they were not picking up the phone anymore. They refused to. We were trying to call all day long, and they would not pick up the phone. Then I you know, before I called them, I Googled it, and they basically get people who are senior citizens that don't know better. They get a lot of the immigrants, and they said that they saw my name, and they're like, "Oh, because he's Spanish, he probably doesn't know any better." So basically, they scare you into giving them a prepaid debit card with $4,000, so they don't go to arrest by the IRS. And I guess people fall for it because when I'm reading on Google, the actual IRS website says, "Have you given the money and how much?" So that means people have actually fallen for this. People who don't know better, people who are new to the country, can't really speak the English very well. Well, some of us in Vent can't speak any good either. So, you know, that was my fiasco for this week. So, hey everybody, welcome to Cawfee Talk. That was just something that happened to me this week, and I was sharing for them. And, you know, I just said, record, and we're going to just, you know, kick it off like that. We cannot get in touch with Hal. He might be hanging out with Doy, you know. So,
Maybe his computer is not plugged in.
So, you know, that was we're talking about that. So this is just like a free for all. We're just gonna do like a hanging out, just top 3 things in what we do and talk about every day, because that's what Cawfee Talk is. Basically, the stuff we talk and vent is what we'll talk about here. So we're gonna briefly, like we always start off. Nalagag, what's going on with you this week? What you've been doing? What have you defeated?
You already know the routine. Well, basically what I've been doing is basically just been playing old games, since there's literally nothing for me to do in WoW currently.
Raid, and that's it.
Yeah, that's what I do. Log on to Raid mainly, and then sometimes I do
We're done with Ulduar.
Yeah. Being an asshole.
Firelands will be done next week. I mean, the staffs will be created. Mine staff and Nox staff will be created next week.
Yeah. Being an asshole of those raids as well. Have you told them about the story? What I did?
Oh my goodness, no. Nalagag, we bow to him for being the biggest asshole in the world. We're in Ulduar. One of our guildies, Nock, needs one more fragment. One more fragment. And you only get about 1, if you're lucky, 2 fragments in Ulduar for completing it that week. So Nalagag, like a total asshole, the first fragment that drops, he needed and won it. And Nock, he just went silent. And
yeah, so infuriated.
I was laughing. I was like, you know what? Now, like, I'm an asshole, but I'm not that much an asshole to need on it. So he needed it. He got the fragment. I'm like, oh my god. Nock went silent, and he's like, I'm gonna kill you. But luckily, when we killed Yogg, he got it. And so we're happy about that. So, oh my goodness. That was... No, did he get it before y'all? No, he got it. He got a second one.
Yeah, he got his last fragment on another boss.
From another boss. The, Alagon.
Alagon, that was a fight.
Yeah, that was a fight. I think he's a guaranteed one, too. Because I seen that it always drops an Alagon.
It's weird. It seems to always fuck up the loot system in the Alagon. Sometimes you get something, sometimes you don't. Even if you're in the room.
Yeah. So, so he was able to get it, and we did get the staff for him. So, sorry, I just explained that.
Yeah, that's what I've been up to, basically. Started playing all the games, that's all.
Daniel?
You got a sponsor now?
Oh, yeah, sponsor now. I got a few, damn it. Slinky?
This is my sponsor. Yeah, Slinky.
All right, Danny.
Well, I am not sponsored by Ozarka Water. I am not sponsored by Ozarka Water, but I've been drinking the heck out of it for some crazy and bizarre reason. Except for my finally getting my thing resolved with Amazon, and finally getting my my blender and my watch. I'm now with watch now. I know what time it is now.
But why don't you, like the rest of us, just check your iPhone for the time?
Because I'm used to having something on my wrist. I mean, I've been doing this for like about three weeks. I'm glad I finally got something, because one time I looked at my watch and it said it was like 12:14, and I'm like, huh? And I look at my phone and it's like 1:25. My watch just reset for some crazy and bizarre reason. So
tends to have an awful lot.
Well, this thing's old, and you know I've been wanting to replace it anyway. So. Got a few videos in the pipe. My latest weight loss journeys about rendered, and I'll be uploading it in a few. Just playing games and having fun.
All right. Oh, what was your sponsor? The sponsor was the water. All right.
Yeah.
With me, guys, been playing the crap out of Destiny. Still, I wake up every morning, do my dailies for it. And then I go do routines, and then I get on to WoW. Nothing much going on. I got a few sponsors. The first thing is my first sponsor. I'm pregnant. It's official. I'm pregnant. I peed on it, and it's pregnant. Yeah, so.
Nice.
No.
It's
a test strip for the pool. Other sponsor. Got my pimp cup in, so yeah.
Did I say 404?
Well,
The back.
What happened? Here's a story. It's 40th and 3/4 birthday party for me. What happened was when I was moving, it was the day of my moving was my birthday party. So I never had a chance to do my birthday party. So because we were all moving in and we were moving into this house and all that. So I never really got a birthday party. So we finally had it last Saturday. So it's my 40th and 3/4 birthday party. And my last sponsor, of course, they made a comic book of Nalagag. Yes. Female Thor.
Yeah, Thor.
So it's Nalagag. Basically, it's really a guy because Nalagag's hair is long. But,
All.
I got that. And I'm a proud owner. I don't know. These two don't even know what it is. But if any of my viewers do know the Max, please give a shout out there.
As opposed to the men.
The Max is amazing comic book. And it's, if you've never read it, it was also aired in MTV as a cartoon. But people have not seen it. So I feel old. Alright, so this week's Cawfee Tawk it's a micmash, stuff. We're just gonna go down sounding off, what our top favorite 3 things of all time. We're gonna start off real easy because basically all of us here play MMOs. We're gonna start off with the top 3 MMOs and why. Nalagag.
Well, the first one is very easy, of course, World of Warcraft. It's a very simple one. It was my first MMO that I ever played. I'm a big fan of the Warcraft 3 series. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Love the lore, love the gameplay with it, and when I found out I made an MMO, where you play inside the game, and you basically progress by your character by gearing him up, and you should do whatever you want to do.
Did you know what an MMO was back then?
No, I did not. No, I just like the fact that you can actually have a tune inside the world of Warcraft. That's MMO number 1. The second one is Star Wars The Old Republic. Because it's actually one of the only games that I've actually gotten to play outside of World of Warcraft. Because mainly when I play another MMO or any type of other games, I play them for like 30, an hour, like 30 minutes, an hour, and then I don't play them ever again until I just go backtrack. WoW. And the third one, some people might think is weird, is actually DC Universe. And the reason why is because I actually like the DC Universe characters with Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and so on and so forth. And it's actually the only MMO that actually made me play the game, or actually make me quit WoW for like a month and a half.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
I've been actively playing World of Warcraft ever since it came out. I'm stuck with it, even though there's no content, like now. So yeah, that's my top 3 games. Or MMOs.
Alright. Danny, he's the one that does all these videos as Danny plays MMOs. So if anyone has a bigger choice of games to narrow down, it's Danny. If you haven't seen Danny Plays MMOs, check out his channels. He has played almost every MMO out there. Except those free-to-play ones. He needs to get on those, but go ahead, Dan.
I've gotten on a few of those free-to-play ones. The first one, just like I think Now was looking on my sheet when he was writing his notes, is World of Warcraft. Got into it just near the end of Burning Crusade and been with it with ups and downs. Right now we're in a down until Warlords comes out.
Pre-patch blues. That's what it's called.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's extended pre-patched blues. I'm just waiting for the booster shot of Warlords to come out. And then there's SWTOR, which is Star Wars The Old Republic, which has really grabbed me now, since the only time I'm usually on World of Warcraft is raids or when somebody says, "Danny, we need you. Come on, Danny." And sends me 5 or 6 or 20 tweets saying, "Hey, Danny, get over here. We need some elite tanking or elite DPSing or something." So,
or an anchor.
Yeah. The third one right now is probably going to be Rift. Everything else that I've been playing has been kind of, it's either new or it's something that's been kind of old. I mean, Rift has gotten to be where I've even applied for patron status, which means I'm paying for a subscription. So, but it's a likable little, fun little game, game to play around in. You know, I'm trying a few new ones, like I'm jumping into Archage, jumping into Marvel Heroes. I tried Guild Wars 2, just couldn't get into it.
That's another good one too, Marvel Heroes.
Was into Defiance, but there's only so much of the same thing that I can take in that. So I've been looking for some new ones. So I'm hoping Archage turns into all that in a bag of chips, but we'll see. I've only played it like for a few hours or so. And then I've gotten into Star Wars Galaxies through the emulator, and it's kind of a give and take tech thing. So, but
if you're in the mood to play,
yeah, and if you're playing with friends and stuff, it's a whole lot better. So, but that's my 3. And
that's how it is with any MMO.
Yeah,
it's more fun playing with friends.
Exactly. Let's see, my 3. Surprising, it's not WoW. Number 1, Star Wars Galaxies. That was my official first MMO. My first MMO I ever played was EverQuest Online Adventures for the PlayStation. That was my very first. That's when you had the PlayStation adapter. You screw it into the back and then put your Ethernet plug in the back of your PlayStation 2. That's back then when I was playing SOCOM too. But that was Star Wars Galaxy was my first MMO. It's the only MMO where you had actual housing features that were on the planet live. There was no phasing, no nothing. It was on the planet. You had 20-something classes to play. You had entertainers that would actually hang out in the cantina and talk to you, dance for you. It was a very social game. It was a sandbox game.
You sound like a stripper.
Yeah. Well, basically, some of them were people hustling you because they were females. So. Second, of course, World of Warcraft. That was my first big time committed game, because with SWG, you know, you don't really have to commit a lot of times. Once you hit cap, there's no end game in that game. It's just PvPing or making money. There was like really nothing to do in that game. But World of Warcraft, you had dungeons, you had raids. There was end game stuff there, so you really worked towards. Even in vanilla WoW, there was still like raids to do and gear up. One that I put up there that I consider an ultimate game in the top 3 was City of Heroes, City of Villains. That game was amazing and deserves to be in the top 3, mainly just for the most simplest feature in the game. Not the game, but the character customization on it. I would literally stay close to an hour doing details on a villain or a hero, because it had thousands of options to make your character look so badass. It was not fun. It was one of the best features. No other customization in any MMO will ever touch that game. Too bad it folded and is no longer around, but they're talking about bringing it back. The one thing that game really lagged is once you hit like level 20, the grind from 20 to 50 is the worst. It is completely horrible. And that was the downfall of that game. But like Danny said, Rift is an amazing game that goes up there. It is the most honest free-to-play game there is. There's no honest free-to-play. I mean, a lot of these free-to-plays try to push this stuff for you. Like SWTOR is the biggest one. You know, if you're not a subscriber, you get all your XP cut in half and all that crap. But Rift is amazing. That should have been up there. Thank you, Danny, for bringing that one up. And Marvel Heroes is another good one. I like playing that. I haven't played it in a while, but that's a great one to play. But I'm sorry I have to narrow down to Galaxies, WoW, and City of Heroes villains. Alright. We're going to toss it on a different side. We're going to take it a different way. We're going to go with top 3 musical bands. This is something that is more in the lines of Nalagang. He's really good at this stuff. So we're going to start off with Nalagang. Top 3 or maybe 3. I mean, I came up with 4 that I really... These 4 are on my list. So top 3. Go ahead. Or 4.
I just picked 3 as well. I would say the first one would be Ozzy Osbourne.
No,
Basically,
all his work. All his work.
Yeah, from in Black Sabbath and his own personal stuff he did. He's basically the one who got me into music. That's where I started. Before that, I started listening to Michael Jackson.
Right.
Yeah, he's basically got me into listening to more hard rock metal music. Then the second on the list would be...
You really consider Ozzy hard metal? Compared back then to now metal, do you really consider him hard metal?
No, not hard metal, just more like the old school heavy metal.
Yeah. Hairband metal.
Yeah, more like that. I would be the second one we had to be Tuish, a Faroese Viking metal band.
A Viking metal band.
Yeah, more likely known for Hold the Heathen Hammer High.
Can you compare them to something that we might know? No, I'm not. Just for people who are wondering, like, what style of music would you compare them to?
And
it's
you
very
knew this
difficult.
was coming.
It's very difficult. It's kind of like
really hard metal, or
it's not really so much hard. Like you can take the lyrics like I'm on a Marv, but you take out the growling. It's more like they hold a hidden hammer high.
Like Metalocalypse, like that.
Kind of like it's like a choir in the chorus, and you sing along with them, but in the Viking lyrics. They recently switched to heavy metal because they couldn't figure out and they got bored of it. And then the final one would be basically, after I started listening to them, all my time favorite band would be Sabaton, a 6-piece Swedish power metal band.
I was like, isn't your druid name that?
Yeah. Where do you think you got the name?
Sabaton. Okay.
Yeah.
Now what are
Sabaton. Sabaton is a 6-piece power metal band. They sing mostly about war, the Holocaust, and the Swedish war. They even sung about the recent one, with Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
That's basically what their songs are about. They got like 3 types of songs. They got slow songs, fast songs about the war, and then songs about metal. Like serious, they got songs about metal. They got like Metal Licer, Metal Ripper, Metal Crew, Metal Machine. That's basically all of my list of music.
Now to Dan.
Well, I'm not going to mention who my first one is. Not at all. Not at all. Sorry.
You're hitting the mic.
I'm hitting the mic?
Yes.
Well, that's okay. We'll hit the mic anyway. So.
Now, who is that?
Lindsay Sterling. She's a violinist that was on America's Got Talent, and they basically told her that she wasn't going to be able to make it as a stage type person, and she basically proved them wrong. She's currently on tour right now. I think in Europe and Asia or something. Last little snippet I saw on her Facebook said she was in Russia or something.
Do you want to see them? Do you want to see her?
Really, Toray? Really?
Me? That's not like...
What?
You and your tribble. Mine's still in the box. Second one would have to be Pentatonics. And funny thing is, I found Pentatonics through Lindsay Sterling's YouTube channel. She did a collab with them on Imagine Dragons. I
love Imagine Dragons.
Radioactive song. And I was like, cool. Who are these guys? And I started watching their videos, and soon I was like, okay, sub. And they came up with some good things. They did a little minute-long video with through MTV about the new Ninja Turtles movie. They do cover stuff. I was like, okay, we gotta, you know, we gotta watch these guys. They're pretty cool. The last one is somebody that he's probably the one I've got the most CDs and tapes. You know, those old things you used to put in cassette things that you listened to music that you had to rewind in order to do things with. Michael W. Smith. He doesn't do much nowadays. Yeah, he was big in the 80s and 90s and stuff. And
what song did he?
There's a lot of them.
Well, what song was he most famous for?
There's a lot of them. I mean, I've got literally
the name
maybe
sounds familiar.
Maybe 12 different tapes and or CDs of him. The last one I have is one of his worship CDs. He basically went around the United States and did little worship concerts as his latest tour. I haven't seen much of him lately, except maybe one or two. I think he's kind of toning it down a bit. You know, I could be wrong, but those are my top three.
All right, with me, it's really tough. I'm a big 80s fan, huge 80s fan. Love the 90s too, but mostly 80s songs. But the first band that I actually started listening to was Queen. My friend was like, "Hey, check out this band," and this was like mid 80s after like Queen they died down, but then they rose again with Bohemian Rhapsody with Wayne's World. So I started listening to Queen and I just loved it. I love all their songs for Queen. They're awesome. This one,
sorry to interrupt, Tor, but one of these after the show, what you ought to do is you gotta look up Muppets.
Yes, I've seen it.
Okay,
I've seen it.
Okay. The hilarity of it is just ridiculous.
I get a lot of shit for this band. Me and my wife, we love him because the lyrics are really strong. The band is Creed. I get Creed. I get a lot of crap for liking Creed. Because I love his voice. The lyrics are awesome. I have all his CDs. I don't listen to any of his newer stuff. I got like his first 3 CDs when he was good, but then he really went downhill. I stopped listening to there. I still get a lot of shit. I was like, Creed is one of my top because I saw them live in Madison Square Garden. They were live. They were performing. We saw them. It was amazing. The next one. These are big bands. The ones basically I'm naming. Stone Temple Pilots. Love Stone Temple Pilots. Their music is just amazing. I hope these are bands you guys know because I feel like
I don't know that
I'm like you. Oh my god! Now like you need to go download all the Stone Temple Pilots. I guaranteed you're gonna love everything. All right, maybe you like Queen. Maybe you like some of the.
I do like. I know Queen and Creed. It's just not the last one I know.
All right, you have to Stone Temple Pilots. You have to stop and download their songs. They amazing. Actually, I just thought of another band I want to throw up there because I like his voice. But I'm gonna throw in this one, Foo Fighters. Love Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl, amazing. He's so damn talented. I have 3 or 4 of his CDs, I think.
Only 3 or 4?
I don't know how many they have. I stopped listening. I know I stopped listening to them for a while because their newer stuff doesn't sound as good as their original stuff.
That's how it is with a lot of bands, honestly. All the stuff is much better than newer.
But there's one band in there that I didn't toss, but I just thought of because I love this guy's voice. It is the most amazing voice. The lead singer to Godsmack. His voice is... Oh my god, I wish I could imitate his voice. Please tell me you know what Godsmack is.
I've heard of Godsmack, don't worry.
Yes. Nalagag? Yes,
No.
no? Oh my goodness. I will play you some Godsmack afterwards because I can't play it because I don't want to get any copyrights. Playing.
Takes his phone.
Oh my god. Alright, so moving on. Let's go to movies. Why not?
This one's kind of lag for me.
Alright, I know. Nalagag doesn't watch many movies. Most of the movies they don't reach to his part of the continent because, you know, there's copyright laws against sending it to Norwegian and Dutch people.
I just watch it online. I never go to cinema anyways.
I'm just messing with you. Alright, so go ahead, Nalagag. Top movie.
I watch so few movies that I have only have one on the list because I was the only one I could come up with, and that's Lion King.
In the jungle, the mighty
really?
jungle.
That's not. You haven't seen any movies lately?
The recent ones I saw were like Back to the Future.
Is it like 1980 in your country? Are you like 2 centuries behind? 3?
No, I just prefer old stuff than the newer ones.
There's a thing called DVDs now. Get off the 8 tracks.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna go over there and buy a DVD and I can watch for free on my TV on my PC.
Get rid of the VHS.
The funny thing is, you might not see it because it's so dark, but that right there is a TV and that has a built-in VCH. What that was called? Those little box movies things.
VHS.
Yeah, VHS. It's built into that TV, so you can that tells you how old that piece of shit is.
What time is it over there now?
It's like 1 a.m.
It's so dark there.
Yeah, you know, there's something wrong with the lights in this room. There's supposed to be 8 of them, but only 1 works. There's something wrong inside of it. I don't know if it's a cord that's slipped or something has got in there.
All right, Daniel. More than one choice there?
Yeah, I have more than one choice. The first one, I would say, is probably the Lord of the Rings series. I actually got 2... I got the extended version, which comes with all the extra bonus footage and stuff, which basically I could watch it from first disc of Fellowship to the last disc of Return of the King, and you wouldn't see me for about a week because it's got that much stuff in it.
Yeah.
And then my mom, for one of my birthdays, got me the Blu-ray version, which is basically just the non-extended versions of them. The second one, call me an anime fanboy, but was Final Fantasy Advent Children. It's
good.
basically sort of a story that happens after Final Fantasy VII. And, you know, everybody, adores Final Fantasy VII for the story and stuff. This one sort of continues a little bit on it. And I got 2 versions of it, the regular and the Blu-ray extended version of it. And the last one I had to reach because there's so many others, but it's Dune.
Wow.
I actually got the original one that really that didn't follow the book very well, but there was still the core of the story. And then I also got the miniseries that Sci-Fi made off of it. And it was just, really weird, freaky science fiction.
Nice. Awesome choice, especially with throwing Dune in there. Very nice.
At first I thought you said Doom. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, The Rock.
Yeah. I think I either have it or I watched it, and I was like, this is a movie? I mean, yeah, it's got The Rock, but this is a movie?
See, I have so many DVDs. I mean, this is my DVD case right now, but it's a fraction of what I have because I'm ripping everything into a hard drive. I have so much DVDs. I have over 400 DVDs. So, my first pick, which I think is the greatest movie ever. It is the most underrated movie of all time. It wasn't even a blockbuster or anything. It was Eurotrip.
Oh, Eurotrip.
I love Eurotrip. I think it's one of the greatest movies alive. It just makes me laugh so much. Everyone shakes their head out, no, but it's amazing. It's an amazing movie.
You just like it because David Hasselhoff sings in it.
I freaking had the Scotty Doesn't Know ringtone for like a year or 2 years on my phone. I love that movie. That is number one. It just makes me laugh so much. Especially the lyrics that Scotty Doesn't Know. It's amazing. Actually, what time was it? I was doing Ordos. And there was a guy there named Scotty. And they kicked him. And I was like... And it was like, why'd you kick Scotty? Scotty doesn't know. And then everyone, line after line, different people started putting the lines from Scotty Doesn't Know. The whole entire song was played in chat, one line after line, and everyone's putting their own line. It was so awesome. People just started singing it. Second, of course, the famous Star Wars series. I'm a huge Star Wars geek. Love it. That just needs to say. I mean, grew up watching Star Wars when I was a kid. I had figurines. I wish I still had all those toys, because I would be rich having all those toys. I had the AT-AT toy that was like this big, and then I had the Millennium Falcon where you had to hold it with 2 hands.
Yeah, the sad thing about that is the Star Wars would have been a close fourth if this was more than 3, because I have the original VHS, the remastered VHS,
Shot first.
the special edition VHS, and I think I got one DVD version of the original trilogy, and then I got the prequel trilogy as it came out, and I've been this close to buying the Blu-ray versions of them.
Nice. I'm surprised you don't have the Laserdisc just to end do the whole collection.
Well, we didn't have a Laserdisc, unfortunately, so we were not that cool.
So my last pick, Dan mentioned it. It's Lord of the Rings, the whole series. I'm loving it. I'm really getting more into it now because of the Hobbit's journey. And the Desolation of Smaug. I'm loving that. Kind of HBO is always playing it, and it just happens to be on and I'm watching it. So I really enjoyed the Two Towers is my favorite out of all of them. I like the big battle that happens there. It's just amazing. Just the huge battle. That's my favorite part of the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, there's other movies out there, but those 3 are basically my top 3. What do we say? This one was a little bit harder for us to pick. Like top 3 games on a console, because we're all MMOers. I mean, if you could pick top 3, pick them. I mean, it's really, really hard. That's what she said. So, Nalagag! It's tough, but pick 3. I mean, I'm having a tough time. I only came up with 1.
My more problem was the fact is I'm more of a PC gamer than a console gamer. The only one I have is actually, well, one of them is actually just a console exclusive, but pick out the first one would be the Darkness series. Darkness 1 and Darkness 2.
I remember you talking about that on Steam, right?
Yeah. Well, the Steam is only Darkness 2. You can't buy the Darkness 1 for PC. Doesn't have a PC port.
Oh, that sucks. What is it out for?
Yeah. It's I think at least it's like a $20 or somewhere around there.
No, but what system is it out for that's not out for PC?
Oh, the first one, PlayStation 3 and Xbox.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's like an older game. It's a way older game. I like the Darkness series. It's very fun. Especially, I'm more talking about the second one because I haven't really played the first one an awful lot since I don't have my PlayStation up here, down here. It's upstairs. I like the combat in it and such. Hate the ending. Saying it right now. The second game I would have to pick would be the Arkham series of Batman. So I actually played this. I actually played it on a console originally because I couldn't buy it on a PC for Steam for some reason. Was like for a while. It has a grade of normal sort of combat and has this stealth system and all, being both really very fun. And then the third game is just more of an unknown game. Don't think you guys know about this one. That's actually the Sly Cooper franchise.
Oh, I know about Sly Cooper.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
My mother plays it. She loves it. She plays it on the Xbox, and she's like, I love this game, but I can't. She's like, she calls me, Ray, help me get past this part. I'm like, jeez, what did I get?
Wait,
with the game?
I thought it was just on
a PlayStation. She has it on
a PlayStation. Yeah.
She has it on a PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I like that game. I like the story in that game where it involves like the first and the second one. You got like has something to do with one specific guy, which is Clockwork. One of them is the Pages, and one of them is to recover the pieces. The third one is more likely receiving a treasure, and then the fourth one is going back in time. Which got bad reviews, the fourth one, for some reason, but I liked it. It was very fun. And yeah, that's actually one of my all-time favorite games. It's actually one of the games I've actually beaten numerous of times. Still to this day, I recently played the whole franchise. Like 2 months ago? Played the first one to fourth, I think. The whole franchise of it. And that was me. It's my 3 lists.
Dan.
Well, the top one that's going to be mine, and it's not going to be just one game. It's going to be the Elder Scrolls series, particularly Oblivion and Skyrim, just because of the openness of it. Mainly, all you have to do is do the little beginner introductory quest to get used to the whole whatchamadoodle thing, and then it's just a vast, sandbox type thing to where you can do whatever it is you want. You could go to the Mages Guild and start doing quests for the Mages Guild. You could go to the Fighters Guild, or you could just go and kill random
I really got
stuff.
into that. I really did.
Random guild.
Well, why don't you?
Can't get past the beginning. The beginning, I start losing interest.
Really?
Well, you should just go out and kill things. Treat it like World of Warcraft. Okay, I gotta do this and do this.
So. You know what really throws me off is the directional system. Like, if I have a quest, it's a pain in the ass to find out what direction you have to go for your quests. I don't find it that simple.
I don't
find that problem on Skyrim.
Yeah, not on Oblivion and Skyrim, because you actually get a little compass and you get a little thing on your map that points you in the right direction. You just have to select the quest you want.
There's so many icons on the map. It's just I get so.
And you can place a marker.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Sorry, Dan.
I'm
Go
allergic
ahead.
to work. So there's that, and there's one of the games that I really like, and it's because I'm really into the franchise. It's Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine. Basically, you play as a Space Marine, and you go and you kill a bunch of orcs, and there's nothing.
I haven't played it yet.
There's nothing more fun than you going around and all of a sudden say, Space Marine, because the orcs talk like that. So, and it was fun. I mean, it absorbed me for hours, and all I was doing was just doing things. And the last one that would really have me going is the Mass Effect series, particularly Mass Effect 3. Don't like what they did as far as story for the whole trilogy, but the gameplay was fun. The stories were unique for each game. I particularly liked the third one, even though I really didn't like the ending because of what happened. So, but those are my 3 console games.
Look who decides to show up at the end of the stream.
Yeah, and there's a Halvanus.
Sorry, I just got off work. Continue.
Go ahead.
No, that's it for me. So it's all up to you.
All right. So let's give a rundown. Fuck you. All right. Let's Hal run these down real quick since you're late.
What's up?
Top 3.
Top 3 what? Prostitutes,
Stop.
killers.
Top 3 MMOs.
Top 3 MMOs.
Why?
WoW.
Why?
WoW was my first MMO. I've met so many people through WoW. I got to know all you assholes, so I guess that's a win. Oh, and Danny. All you assholes and Danny.
And Danny.
Sorry. SWTOR, mainly because its PvP is fucking phenomenal. And, I don't know. Tibia, because it had awesome 2D graphics.
Tibia.
What?
Like a sexual part. A sexual part.
No, no. Look it up. Tibia.
Play with my tibia.
It's a 2D game. It was
Ooh,
made
my
by
tibia.
made by 2 high school kids in high school for a project for class.
Okay, next one. Top 3 bands.
Me? Oh,
Yes,
me?
Yeah, we've
Oh.
already answered these questions. How we're
yeah.
just letting you catch up.
Oh, all right. First one is Dylon. Second one is Dylon. And the third one is Dylon. Because he's the best rapper in the world. He spits hot fire.
He's a rapper. Okay.
No, Linkin Park, because I went through an emo phase.
Oh! Now like I guess never heard STP.
No?
Never heard of Stone Temple Pilots.
Wow.
Shame.
Really, I don't know. I don't have very many favorite bands. Does Skrillex count as a band?
It's a one
He's
person.
just one dude.
Why am I not surprised that?
Is Toray frozen? Oh, God.
I'm fine.
Oh. You guys just stopped for me, so I don't know. I don't know. Linkin Park, Skrillex, and... I don't know. It's another band. Atreyu.
On the mark.
Atreyu's good. And I'm on a Roth, yeah.
Atreyu? Are we talking about Never Ending Story now?
Atreyu! Falcor!
Atreyu!
Falcor!
No, there's a band called Atreyu. Or maybe it's a song. I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay.
What's the next question?
Top 3 movies.
Top 3 movies?
Trilogies and collections are what count as one.
Oh, fuck. I was going to say all of the Star Wars movies because, you know, it's Star Wars. Okay, I'll say the Star Wars trilogy.
Which one?
The first one.
Okay.
The one that wasn't shit.
You underestimate my powers.
You got barbecue sauce on my
I got
bathroom.
the high ground! Anakin!
I don't like barbecue.
Don't try it, Anakin. Okay, so there's the Star Wars trilogy. The first one, the one that isn't shit.
Padme, Panda Bear, whatever the hell. Oh no, he's crying. He's on the phone crying.
Actually, yes. Wrote all of the Star Wars parody movies, like Family Guy, Robot Chicken, like all those ones. I'll count those all as one. And I know that it's kind of like an asshole move to say it, but I will say the Warcraft movie because it's about Warcraft when it comes out. That's right. I'm predicting the
Got a
future.
little nose, brown on your nose there.
Blizzard. Ugh. Blizzard. What else? Anything else?
We were just right now getting into top 3 console games that you've played.
Oh, my top 3 console
We
games?
were having a problem with those, but we finally narrowed them down. Danny, did you finish, Danny, or?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Okay. Well, number 1's Destiny, because that thing is just fucking amazing.
Well, we have to play a strike tonight. What level are you?
18. Halfway to 19.
Get to 20 already so we can do a strike.
I'm trying! I got work the next 10 days straight. No breaks. No breaks. Okay?
Isn't that legal?
No. It's just overtime. what else? Destiny, and what did I play recently?
Barbie Street Mass Party?
No?
You were playing Gauntlet?
It's not a console game.
Well, Steam games count as consoles, really.
Does it count as a console game?
We'll let it go.
Yeah. PC games are console games, yeah.
Yeah, alright. Well, if that counts...
Well, Steam games count as consoles.
Let me just look at my Steam's list and I'll tell you.
It's so hard because a lot of us just thinking of the game we played...
Recently, yeah.
And...
I would have to say that it goes Destiny and probably the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. I know that kind of counts as an MMO, but kinda no. And I had another one on here. Oh, Minecraft.
That's a good one.
I've been playing Minecraft recently, and I've been having so much fun with it.
That's out for console, too.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
So, my 3, Nalgag mentioned it, Arkham Asylum. I consider one of the best games ever.
Why don't you just count all 3 of them as a trilogy?
Because Asylum is the best. A City, I was like, and Origins was awesome. No, Origins was as great as Asylum. Asylum I could keep playing over and over, not get bored.
I'll tell you though, I watched Arkham Knight, the preview for that, the gameplay preview. That thing was bomb.
I'm looking forward to.
So did Origin as well.
You get to blow up police cars. I don't know why.
They said that the city is huge on that one.
Yeah. Well, in the demo, the dude jumps off the top of Wayne Manor and then just coasts through the fucking city, for 5 minutes. It's ridiculous.
I'm gonna throw second one in there because actually I'm just gonna throw in because Nalgag introduced me to this game, but I'm gonna throw the whole Telltale series. I was gonna put Wolf Among Us because Nalgag put me in there. He introduced me to Wolf Among Us, and I consider that a great game. But it's also the Walking Dead game. It's also Telltale. So I'm putting those two together in the Telltale series because those 2 games are amazing. And if you've never played those games, you gotta play them because the storyline is one of the best ever. If you've never played it,
like quick time events.
Yeah. And I pretty much was having problems with the 3rd game. I mean, there's many games. I just don't want to pick a game I was just playing a few days ago. I don't want to pick that either. I mean, Destiny's a great game. I love it a lot. I'm addicted to it. But eventually, all games will fade.
Except for WoW, that shit will stay around forever.
That's true. Because they're always pushing out new content.
Yes, they are.
So I can't really pick a 3rd game. I'm gonna pass.
No, just say that you opened a bag of chips and that was a game to you, and then there's your 3rd one.
Oh!
Bag of chips.
Got it. I got it.
See?
On the old NES. Maniac Mansion.
Maniac Mansion is awesome.
Maniac Mansion was an amazing game. I played the hell out of that game.
Yeah.
So those are the top 3. I'm going to throw these top 3 in really quick because it just came up to my head, and then we're just going to... It's more into the related with the movies. Top 3 TV shows.
TV shows?
TV shows. Nalgag, go.
Kind of throwing it out there. Okay, Family Guy. 2.5 Men and Big Bang Theory. Simple.
Oh, did you see the Simpsons Family Guy? Anybody seen it?
I saw the fight between Homer and Peter.
The best thing, he's making a comic book for the newspaper. About the newspaper. And he goes, in the comic book strip, Lois goes to him and says, I find this week's really offensive. And it's a picture of a guy throwing his wife on a desk, and she's knocked out cold. It says, my dishwasher's broken. I lost it. I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Kelrick, Skyhaven, all you female viewers and streamers out there, I apologize for Toray's very chauvinistic behavior. He's an asshole. He doesn't speak for us.
Hey,
I second that apology.
My wife gave me the look like she just did this.
Oh, you calling me a sellout? Fuck you with your horde T-shirt, you Paul Jr. skank bag.
Oh, and my horde in the background too.
You. Jesus.
I even got the horde decal on my on the car.
Oh my Christ.
Yeah, and he's got a little
nerd.
All right.
He's got the polo with the horde symbol on it.
What was it, Gang? What was it again? It was Family Guy,
Big Bang Theory, and 2.5 Men.
Okay. Dan.
You're making me think because I hardly watch TV anymore.
That's true.
One that's got me and I got to catch up on it is NCIS. It just sort of grabbed me. Gonna date myself on this one. Babylon 5.
Nerd.
It's not like my dad has all 5 seasons of the thing. No, couldn't be that.
Is your dad there?
He's in the living room, yes.
Mr. Hersner, you're a nerd.
Yeah, too bad he can't hear you because there's like a few walls in between
And a
here and
headset.
there. Yeah, and a headset. Yeah. And the last one, oh man.
He looks behind him.
He's looking at his wall. He's like,
No, I'm looking at my collection of DVDs, which happens to be over here, trying to think. Well, I will take a picture of my dad's vast collection of DVDs. He will make y'all look. Trust me.
Is that a Mr. Lee box tour?
What?
A Mr. Lee box?
No, it's not. You'll
Okay.
see.
My last one's probably going to be Deadliest Catch, and that might be funny, but I don't know what it is I like about watching fishermen brave the Bering Sea to catch Alaskan king and Opilio crab.
Oh, I thought you were gonna pick Honey Boo Boo.
Really?
now, Tor, can we count anime as TV shows?
Yeah, I guess you can.
All right. First one. Oh, was it me now?
Yeah.
All right.
You're gonna say Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan is the first one. And the second one is... Oh my god, what is it? What is he? Oh, yeah. Duh. It's fucking League of Legends and Dota and all that, because guess what? That shit's on ESPN now. That's right.
ESPN. Ocho.
Yeah. No. It's... The sports networks are putting streamed Dota and LoL events on TV now.
Why?
Because they did it one time, and like half the fucking population of the world tuned in to watch it, and they're all like, "We need to do this more,
More good.
because more ratings, right?
And more money.
and more money." I don't know what the third one would be.
Barbie TV show?
Fuck it, My Little Pony, because
You're a brony.
awesome.
You look like a typical
Well,
brony
you
too.
gotta specify friendship is magic. Because
Oh yes, because friendship is definitely magic, not fucking Gen 1 or fucking Gen 2. Ugh. Or sea ponies.
They're
there's sea ponies.
They were called snorks. Okay.
Snorks.
Yeah, snorks.
Snark.
I guess for a fourth one, just because I can, Midget Sex Host 2004 on Venus. That's a really good one. So,
Anyway,
I thought three was pretty good.
3 was pretty good. 2 lacked in the editing department. You could just tell when they were on stilts and stuff. So, I
But
don't know.
did you see 4 3D in 3D?
For 3D, you can actually see the semen hit your face.
anyways.
Semen everywhere.
Semen everywhere!
Anyways.
All right, for me, greatest TV show of all time. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I have the whole complete series.
Fucking sellout.
I love this. If you've never watched it, it is the funniest TV show ever. So it's amazing. It's a must watch. Please go watch it. It's amazing. Yes, not like I have shares in it or anything, but Walking Dead would be after that.
I couldn't get into it.
Neither could I.
I really couldn't. I tried to watch 2 seasons of it, and I couldn't get into it. It was too slow.
Third would be... Oh, my goodness. It just slipped in my mind the title of it. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, amazing.
Game of Warcraft.
I'm currently right now watching Once Upon a Time, and I'm hooked. I can't stop watching it.
So hold on. Do you... I know you
from
did.
Game of Thrones to Once Upon a Time.
His storyline is great on Once Upon a Time.
Do you count Walking Dead and Breaking Bad together then?
Yeah, I would consider them together because
since they're both
linked.
Prequel.
They're linked. They're linked to each other. And before we end this, I'm gonna explain to people why it's linked. Breaking Bad and Walking Dead. They're talking about the blue meth done in Breaking Bad was the cause of the whole zombie apocalypse. Now, there's things that connect both shows. The first thing in the show was in season 1,
the Mustang.
The T-Dog has a fever because he cut himself on the door. So Daryl goes, he says, this is Merle's stash. I might have something to ease the fever. So when he goes into the bag, look on the picture, you'll see at the bottom of the bag there's blue meth.
Blue sky, yeah.
There's blue meth at the bottom of the bag. Second thing is there's a line where after in the car wash scene, he has to give back the car that he bought, and this is Breaking Bad. And he goes, you have to go talk to the manager in the car dealership. His name is Glenn. And he goes, what's named Glenn? But if you look at the red car with the black stripe, it's the same car that Glenn was riding in episode 1. The exact same car. And the guy was Glenn. And the last one was in the current season, they were talking, it was Daryl, and I forgot the girl's name, the little blonde girl. They were sitting and talking, and Daryl was talking about a drug dealer, a skinny white guy that his brother
kept saying, I kill you or something like that.
He said he was a little skinny white guy that was selling he's talking about his brother Merle and his dealer. Was telling him that a skinny white guy was trying to sell him stuff, and he kept saying, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. Like, the way...
I'll kill you, bitch?
Ahmed, the dead terrorist?
So...
Oh my god!
So that's, the connection, and they're talking about maybe the blue meth had something to deal with the cause of the zombie apocalypse. Maybe it's something on the purification of the meth that actually... And, they have that saying where meth heads are basically zombies because they're walking out of it.
All right, so everybody go pick up some blue sky, and we'll converge back on the next podcast to see if this is true.
We'll do an experiment to see if any of us turn into zombies.
So Toray, does this mean you apologize for all the times you said blue crystal meth smoke it?
No, I will never do it.
He still stands by that.
I stand by it.
Blue crystal meth, or as we call it, Pepsi.
Yes, Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal Pepsi.
Hal, you didn't see it before. My pimp cup. My chalice. Keep my pimp hand strong.
Pimpin'. Anything else we doing?
That's it. We've been running for a while.
Oh, wow.
Wow, an hour and a half.
And I've been here for 20 minutes.
I would say an hour because we were BSing for some of it. All right, so that's it. Until the next Coffee Talk. Later, everybody.
Smoke blue meth.